За өөрийгөө танилцсан. Start with an introduction.
I'm William Taylor. I'm a professor of archaeology at the University of Colorado, and this year I am a CAORC multi-country fellow and a previous recipient of the fellowship support from the American Center for Mongolian Studies. So I'm an archaeologist, and for many years with the support of ACMS, myself and my colleagues at the National Museum of Mongolia have been studying the kind of early origins of animal domestication and human-animal relationships. In recent years, we've started to explore early history of that relationship that's been preserved in high mountain ice, especially in Western Mongolia. As this ice is beginning to melt, incredible rare organic artifacts that kind of tell the story of Mongolia's earliest chapters in its history are now coming out of the ice. At the same time, this ice is melting and changing the sort of viability of traditional lifeways here in many areas of Mongolia. So our team of researchers, archaeologists, anthropologists, biologists from Mongolia and from around the world are trying to act quickly with the support of CAORC and ACMS to identify, recover, conserve, and study these incredible ancient materials before they're lost for good. So unfortunately for us, this project is going almost too well. We started this work in 2019, and the absolutely first place that we looked, we found ourselves drowning in ancient sort of cultural and biological materials. So our team has been working around the clock all summer to try to recover and preserve, and now we'll be shifting to study in the laboratory these materials, but there's more than we almost are able to deal with, and it's really just in a small handful of locations. So it's really critical that we expand this project, that we work to get more teams of folks working on this, that we move to other areas, and that we work quickly, because the ice is melting, and we may not have a lot of time before this stuff sort of exposed and naturally sort of degrades and is lost. So from an archaeological perspective, it's been an incredible success so far. More finds than we know what to deal with, but it's incredibly concerning the changes that are happening, the speed at which the climate is warming, the ice is melting, and we so far we can't keep up with the amount of material coming out of the ice. So this fieldwork is especially hard. I mean, coordinating a team of international folks from many different areas and different backgrounds is always a bit of a challenge, but in this project our biggest challenge is the logistics. To get to these places we have to climb a mountain, and our days are physically extremely demanding. It's in the most recent place we worked, it's 4 hours up and 3 down, and that's a 7-day work day without doing any work, right? So that so we leave early in the morning, we work until it's too sort of dark and cold to be on the mountain, and then we go down. And so the logistics, even on a good weather day, are pretty extreme. On a bad weather day, we might lose our tents or equipment. I mean, the mountain sort of decides how much we get to work on any given day. So we have to build in uncertainty. Travel time takes a long time. We have to build in rest days, and mostly we have to be safe. We have to get everyone up the mountain, do the work, but the main thing is we have to keep people healthy and safe. So it takes a lot more logistics than an average archaeology project. But as I said, you know, the significance of this material is such that we have a responsibility to do it. So yeah, the guys back from the field, the guys are tired, you know, we're excited about what we found, looking forward to finding ways to share it with the public here. But we're also feeling like, oh my gosh, we have so much more to do. So we're already thinking ways to get ready for next season. Yeah, so I mean the really incredible piece about working in Mongolia is that this is a country where people understand, love, and care about their history, almost in a way that, you know, your average American, for example, may not necessarily have that level of education or appreciation for the deep history that kind of lives around them. Here, you know, folks sort of naturally quite passionate about identifying and protecting cultural heritage. We're lucky that our partners at the National Museum, you know, we've been working with them for more than a decade now. I learned how to do archaeology from some of the mentorship I received with folks like Dr. Bayersachen and the National Museum. And we're lucky that in every place that we've worked, we've found local partners too, right? Who know the landscape, who care about it, who are motivated to try to identify, recover, and protect sites like this. So we have received a tremendous amount of support. We've also been lucky that from the early stages of this work, right, from before it was a cool idea with a lot of discoveries, we got monetary support, right, from American Center for Mongolian Studies, and now this year a larger grant from the Council of American Overseas Research Centers, CAORC. This kind of early stage support is what allowed our project to sort of grow from, you know, just an idea into this now quite expanding, you know, multi-year project that's bringing in folks from all over the world. And we're hopeful that we can continue to build on this because of that support particularly. Yeah, and thank you so much to the American Center for Mongolian Studies for all that you know, you've done to make this project possible, to make our research possible, and I know that in the future you'll continue to be making many more sort of early career scholars work, important work possible.